Hey everyone, thanks once again for joining me. Thanks for subscribing, everyone. The newcomers, the attention to the channel, I greatly appreciate it. We're finding so much happening. The past month was just crazy with all the findings, all the things that we're finding. And now, well, I logged in last night before bed, and this morning too, I'm seeing this. We're talking about um, a new planet in the habitable zone. Rocky Ross. Well, I love that name. And they're saying the planet is rocky. They're calling it Ross 128b. It might harbor aliens, they say. So now you're going to hear people saying that it's heading straight for us. And it is. But, but, it's going to be here in 71,000 years approximately, you know. And they're saying it's going to be more visible than the dusty dust ball of Proxima Centauri. But this is great news, and I assure you, well, I believe myself that these planets that they're coming up with spontaneously like this, there are thousands of them, even known, so long me, because if I'm sitting here finding some planets, I don't know if they're exoplanets or not, or uh, habitable. You see, that's the thing. How far are the planets? They check with the luminosity of these planets, the intensities. They base their findings on surrounding stars close by, distances. It's not always easy to find out the distances and sizes of these planets and or stars that are all one beside the other. When you back out, you'll see different placed buildings, like I keep saying at New York City, but if you back out or take off in a helicopter and look back at New York, it looks like one wall with all buildings side by side, because the further you get out, like we see the sky, the stars, they're all one beside the other. So this is the constellation of Virgo. These are my photos of the constellation of Virgo. So this is exciting, guys. Oh, this is exciting. Scientists are saying that there are three main possibilities of explanations for the strange signals. That's right. There are signals coming from Ross 128, and it's a small star that's in the constellation of Virgo. According to astronomers at the Arecibo Observatory, the signals, they're saying that they appear not to be the result of interference. Okay, now here's the thing. Even though the alien presence is at the bottom of the list, they have other explanations. But here's the thing, they could say it's high bursts from satellites in high orbit. I'm telling you, never has any burst like that come from any satellite. It would be a lot larger. They're comparing them to solar flares on our sun as pulses. But here's the thing, it would be a pulsation far greater than any flare we've ever seen here on Earth, considering even the big, massive coronal mass ejection we just seen. So solar flares would normally occur at much lower frequencies than are being received from the star. They are dispersed much more widely than expected. There doesn't seem to be any objects near Ross 128 that could be throwing off such a signal. So what is it? What is making that signal from Ross 128? So we're getting a definite clear signal from Ross 128. So 128b, inside of an inhabitable zone, possible to hold water and possible to have an atmosphere. Doesn't mean it has one. So what do they want to do, guys? The big space European telescope and other telescopes are trying to beam onto Ross 128 and are to analyze it to see if there could possibly be an atmosphere. And this is where science is at now. So now, how would somebody go about analyzing a planet that's 11 light years away? Because that is the distance that they're talking about, 128, Ross 128b. A biosignature, what is it? Well, it's sometimes called also, I love this word, molecular fossils or chemical fossils in any substance such as an element, isotope, molecule, or just any basic phenomenon unexplained about space and science that provides scientific evidence of past or present life. So, what are they going to do? They're going to see if there's any biomass, production of biomass and wastes so that they would know, like us here, that it is in the atmosphere, in the air. It remains there, a footprint, a fingerprint, if you want, the DNA of that biosignature area, and it can be interpreted as having been produced by living organisms. This is what they're trying to find out, or if it was just considered definitive. Nothing should be definitive, by the way. If it was considered to be just uh, universal to life, and which ones are unique to particular circumstances of life on Earth. So some of these phases could be happening in phenomenons naturally, but we want to know, including the DNA, like the life forms are known to shed unique chemicals. Like us, this is what we do. We shed unique chemicals, and it can be found in our atmosphere, including DNA, into the environment as evidence of our presence in a particular location. Now, I want to talk about this bad mama. I don't know what's going on it, but it could be natural, like I said, eh? But these are big events that we're looking at. We're looking at the surface of a star, or I don't know, a galaxy, probably a galaxy, but there's something going on, a bar of light, and this is seen through my editing technique. And now here is a natural shot of it, really scary. There's something about this object when I first found it. It was very bright. I don't know whether it's natural or not, but all I know is that the reaction is big enough that there is a wall of fire that rises up, a spiral of fire that rises up into um, space over top of this object, many thousands of kilometers. It's just absolutely incredible when you're looking at it. It makes you wonder, you know, what would happen if one of these objects did explode out in deep space. These are the website contributors, the channel contributors, website contributors. Whoever contributed is contributing to both my website, brucecesal.com, and my YouTube channel, Bruce Cesal, on YouTube. Guys, take the time to check out some of the music that Kevin MacLeod is posting on incompetech.com. This is the music I use for my videos. If you want to see his entire collection, go to incompetech.com. Check out WSO YouTube channel. Steve Olson and I interact on Tuesday nights.